Okay. Go ahead.
Resolved that as per section 152(4) of the Municipal Act, Council of the Rural Municipality of St. Clements does now resume sitting of regular meeting.
Moved by Councillor Bazarowitz, second Councillor Strang. Any other discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? And that is carried. Okay, so now I believe we are at number 8.4 on our agenda under new and other business.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This is the tender for the 2024 gravel supply, and as part of that, what we did was we went out to tender, offered an opportunity for individuals to either provide pricing for limestone, traffic gravel, or a combination of both. We received the pricing for our areas. The Public Services reviewed those pricing and are recommending the lowest bidders in the specific areas. What we're recommending is that we continue what we did the same as last year, which was to continue with limestone areas 1 to 3 and areas 4 to 6 to use gravel, traffic gravel, as we did last year. So the Public Works is recommending awarding, as I just mentioned, and if you're ready, if there's any questions, I can answer them.
Okay, any questions on the gravel tender, or we'll bring the resolution forward? Looks like you can bring the resolution forward, please.
Resolved, Council accept the recommendations of Public Works authorizing the CAO towards Area 1, 2, and 3 of RFQ 2024-05, the supply and haul of 3/4 limestone to Hildebrand Materials at the rate set out in the completed bid form of the tender supplied by Hildebrand Materials, and awarding areas 4, 5, and 6 to Al Chabot Enterprises for the supply and haul of traffic gravel in the R of St. Clements for the agreed price and terms listed in RFQ 2024-05, graveling supply and haul.
Okay, can I have a mover, please? Councillor Bazarowicz, second. Councillor Sutherland. Any further discussion on the gravel tender? Hearing and seeing none, I will call the question. All those in favor? Opposed? And that is carried. Okay, so I believe that we can, where am I here? We are at 8.5, which is the municipal office yard maintenance.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We've received proposals from Gellers for this year. As you know, that in 2021 we entered into a contract with Gellers to maintain the municipal office. We've had very little complaints about the weeds and general maintenance of the yard from last year. Any maintenance of the flower beds is billed at an extra $100 per hour. Their price has gone up from $10,710.75 to $11,180.60. We're recommending proceeding with this bid.
Okay, thank you for that. Questions from council members? Go ahead, Councillor Strang.
I have a question. It says here we've received very little complaints about the weeds. So where's the weeds that are they looking after the ones that are along the municipal building here, and the rocks and that too?
That's the flower beds that we pay extra for when we deem necessary.
So who weeds that? Because that's where I noticed that's where your
Yeah.
weeds come from there.
So they do some of the management of the weeds and all over the grass and throughout even some of the open spaces. But in this, we have asked them to come in and do the weeding, and sometimes our own staff have done it. But you make a good point. Last year, they were a little more than normal, and this year we plan to keep an eye on that.
So this is just a proposal, this wasn't put out for tender? Correct?
No,
Correct?
correct.
Yeah.
No, we've been using them since.
Yes, since 2021.
Because I noticed, like even in the paper, that the credit union in Salter, they keep running the ad because they can't even get anybody hardly to bid on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting harder and harder, but I mean, I thought we were gonna put this up to tender, just to see what it was. Whatever.
Well, I think we did last year, did we not?
No,
No, 2 years ago then? No,
Haven't for quite some time,
okay.
and we did have a discussion about that.
Yes, we did, as a matter of fact, I recall that now.
yeah.
Would
Yeah.
you like us to hold off on
No,
this? and
no,
just
no,
go
I'm not
with it?
saying to hold off on it, but maybe next year.
I
we
think,
should,
yeah.
Should make a
We
point,
should,
making
you
sure
know,
we're going to tender.
put it for tender, just to keep everybody honest or whatever.
Yeah, and I guess the question that I have, I'm not sure now, I haven't looked for a while, the sign that was in the front here that says municipal office, there was kind of a little bit of a flower bed underneath there. Do they look after that, or do we?
No, that's all the RM office staff. Like, we
Okay,
have to get additional quotes for if we want to start including the flower beds.
We'll continue the same way this year, and then for the next bid, we'll ask.
right, I guess, yeah, my question was not so much about the weeding, but it's how it looks, because I think last year it was quite weedy, that little.
Yeah, it's the office staff who plants and has to weed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sandra and then Scott.
So I know the flower beds, and then, you know, it's not much that we have here, because I know I've done it 1 year, and then last year the girls here in the office did it. But how about a suggestion that we approach Searle Greenhouses, which is just down the road, they're one of our,
That's where we go and pick them up from.
but we could, maybe they would do something for us and we could advertise for them, like,
Yeah.
you know?
Sure, supplied by Searle.
Yeah, it would just be something that we could do for them,
And
and
they
it's,
come and weed it or do whatever, I don't know.
I don't know, but I don't know about that, but just even they may come and plant for us too. And you know, that we put out a sign saying, like, you know,
Flowers
so,
donated
yeah,
by- yeah.
Searle Greenhouse, maybe that's something that, I don't know, just to approach them and ask them.
We can approach it, definitely.
Yeah. Scott?
I apologize, I haven't specifically looked at the flower beds. But I'm wondering if we shouldn't, at the very least, take a look at next time. Maybe we should be putting in annuals and putting down some mulch so the whole maintenance thing is a whole lot less than it might be right now. They're not annual, perennial.
Perennials?
I've gone through this at home many times. It doesn't work.
Well,
You still have to maintain them, but you're right, if you put some perennials in with mulch around them.
Well, I think they have that
We
around
had
the
that,
building,
and
yeah.
and the weed still came through.
Around the building was redone probably like 5-6 years ago, like dug
No.
up and,
No, there was some new planting just done when I came,
where they put the brand new rock and everything, okay.
2020.
Okay.
that's
But
why
we
I
do
asked
the
the
pots.
question, because I wasn't sure if
The
we
pots
tried
are-
it or not.
Yeah.
And maybe a mixture of both, I don't know, I'm not a landscaper, so. Stayed at a Holiday Inn once.
Express.
Express, yeah. Okay, so are we going to pass the resolution for Gellers then?
Yes, Madam Mayor. Resolved, administration be authorized to accept the services proposal of Gellers Enterprises at an annual cost of $11,180.60 plus taxes to provide the landscaping services for the municipal office yard.
Can I have a mover, please? Counselor Spicer, Counselor Corbett seconds. Any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor, opposed, and that is carried. Now, 8.6, and that was an agenda, item added to the agenda, and that is for the waste and recycling schedule communication. And Counselor Strang, what is it that you were wanting to share?
I have received phone calls on it, and I know not everybody's on Facebook, nor on our website, or don't have internet, but I think there has to be another source of communication that we have to get out to our residents, just that the schedule is changing. Another thing that when it was posted on Facebook, it didn't just say waste. It didn't say waste and recycling. So I think any time that somebody's posting anything on social media, it should get a 2-second set of eyes just to proofread it, because that caused, people were thinking then that it was waste and their recycling was still on that other same day. So it was confusing the way that it was put there. It just wasn't clarified. But I think there's something, whether there's a piece of paper, a sticker, something that, since now we're changing the scheduling, that can just be, go on those bins, or just a paper thrown on there, like, you know, reminder, this is changing next week, or whatever that.
While we're on that, I know we got a new communications person now, is that right? Are we ever gonna start to send out the paper newsletter thing? Is that
That's
ever
exactly
gonna?
what she's gonna be working on.
Okay, so would you say summer or fall, how many times a year? Did we figure anything like that out yet?
We haven't really talked about that yet. She's
We're gonna
just
come back with
started.
some proposals with her working on it, but I was looking at probably, with the pricing, I was probably looking at probably twice a year for the paper, and then a quarterly, and then, which was a little bit more detailed.
Yeah, because that Gimli, I think I get that twice a year from Gimli. It's quite,
Do you have a sample?
yeah, I'll do it next time, yeah. I'm pretty sure I have one there. It's quite, it's,
So I've got several
Okay.
things for her working on, which is dealing with that, getting our strategic plan completed, the year-end report for all the things that have occurred last year, as well as we're right now getting ready for the budget documents. So as soon as all that's over, she'll be working on all of these things. As well, we're looking at using her to start bringing in somebody to work on redesigning our website. But you make a good point about the communications, and I did have a talk with Arlita about this already. We were talking about it yesterday. And so we are looking at some better ways to communicate that.
You know, another
Well-
one might be with Connect too, right? Just
Yeah.
making
We
the.
did
That's
it
right,
through
yeah.
Connect.
Well, and two, a question I had, like, my day is Monday, and the 7th of May is like a Thursday, so am I gonna get pickup on the Monday before, and then not till a week and a half later kind of thing? Like, that was the question that was posed to me.
It would be the Monday before, the week and a half later.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I just wanted to
Another
clarify
thing
that.
to communicate to the
Yeah.
residents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so.
But there's always going to be, you said that the basic level of communications,
Right.
and the rest is for the messages to come into the office and to be able to respond to them. We could certainly look at creating a frequently asked question update on our website, but you bring up a point about that we did look at providing some sort of a printed material out there to give people a new calendar and so on.
I would even say, like, just in our, like, I would go around in our area down south and just go on the bins and just go throw paper on there too. Like, I don't know how long that would take, but just like a reminder, hey, May
Right.
7th, you change.
That could only be done on the days that the bids are out,
Yeah.
Right,
which means we'd have to get that done either by hiring someone or using the supplier or the people picking up the garbage, and then that becomes costly.
Yeah, no, I've had questions on it too. I never had that one about the span, but that was one of the things, and I said, where did you hear that on? And they said, oh, it's on Facebook. So I did go on there and it just says waste. It didn't say waste and recycling, so, and I did snap a picture of it, so.
I thought the paragraph said your recycling would be every 2 weeks. Like, it's just talked about the waste,
Yeah,
and then your recycling would still be every 2 weeks. No?
Right
I
here,
think it says right at the bottom.
your waste collection schedule is changing is the top one, but the recycling frequency and bi-weekly zone schedule will remain the same. That's where, yeah,
That's
somebody
really-
can read it differently,
Yeah.
and somebody can read
And
it.
that's how they interpreted it, yeah.
Yeah, we did get lots of calls to clarify that,
Yes.
the way it was written, yeah.
That's why I thought if there was something other, but yeah, Connect with.
We did it through Connect, I believe,
You know
last
what?
Friday.
Keep on the phone every week.
Um,
No, I'm just fucking.
Just check Friday or Thursday if you got something from Arnold Cyclements by email. You may have just missed it.
Okay, that's by email. How about by phoning?
Well, we did it
the-
through email. If we do it by phone, we could.
That's just
If you
another.
guys want us to do it that way too, but we did it, used Connect and did it through an email blast.
I'm just thinking of people that don't have internet.
You know, Connect is phone, email, it's our choice
Text,
on how to
Okay.
send it. We try not to do phones too often because it can be disturbing in most situations. What it does is it just generates more calls. People never pick up the phone because it shows up as unknown.
The only thing
And
is,
then they don't bother listening to it, then they phone us back, or they phone the number back, because they don't recognize the number, and then everybody's phoning our office saying, I got a call from the municipality, well, the message was in there. And so it generates a lot of work on the part here, but we'll look at doing the phone and some of these things. I think the situation is there's only so much communication you can continue to do, and there's always going to be somebody that missed it.
Did you want me to get her to do it through phone?
Yeah, we'll do the phone as well, yeah.
Okay.
We'll do the phone, we'll let it remind people, we'll put this out there. Other than sending letters out individually, it becomes a bit of a challenge.
no, if you're doing a newsletter thing, I think that should, even if it's past the time, I think that should still go in there.
Well, there's a newsletter coming out this month, so the intent was that newsletter would go out and cover this as part of that newsletter.
I was gonna say, what about if we put, I was gonna call it a poster on the mailboxes, on the group mailboxes? Or if there's bulletin boards close to the mailboxes. You know, have them laminated or whatever, and hopefully they won't walk away after the first day.
Yeah, we could go with those.
Okay, anything else on the recycling schedule? Garbage pickup? Okay, so now I believe we're at number 9 on our agenda, which is communication for action. And if you haven't given Heather your sheets, if you could please do that so we can get through some of these.
So the first one, Madam Mayor, is for the ARM meeting. And this time it's in the ARM show for the May 2nd. And we are still checking with them if we're going to be making any
Presentation.
presentation or not.
Okay, see, now this time we have 4 instead of 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter if you show up for it, even if you say you're not gonna come. I mean, it's not, it's just those, right?
Well, it doesn't really matter, but I guess what it would matter for is,
If you short a meal, you have enough food.
well, no, it's usually buffet, so it's not so much a meal, but it's just, you know, if we say that, or Christine orders 50 suppers and 60 people show up, it could be a little thin, but normally not so much.
Be okay. Survive.
Okay, are we gonna pass a resolution for all of council to attend, or who knows that they're?
Sure. So resolve Mayor Feeble-Corn and councilors, right now we have Glenn Bassroach, David Sutherland, and Sandra Strand, or would you like to just say council?
I would put it as council because, Rob won't be back yet, I don't think.
Where's it?
Italy.
Europe.
Yeah. So who knows that they're going for sure to our next time?
Well, we have Bassroach, Sutherland, and
I
Strand.
put the
And me.
Yes.
I knew that I was.
I put maybe.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'll just include
Yeah, just City
Okay, so
Council.
resolve Mayor Feeblecorn, Councilors Glenn Basarowicz, David Sutherland, David Orbis, and Sandra Strang be authorized to attend the Association of Rural Municipalities meeting at the Grand Point Community Center in Grand Point, Manitoba on May 2nd, 2024.
Can I have a mover, please? Counselor Strang, Counselor Sutherland seconds. All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Okay, the next one we have is the Mother's Day Tea at the Gordon Howard Center, and I don't know if anybody put down that they're able to go and pour tea for a while.
Yes, this one is asking for the mayor to come and pour tea on Mother's Day.
So you're gonna pour just okay.
And then there's an opportunity for others to have the mayor pour tea for them. So what we're recommending is resolve that the mayor and councilors David Sutherland and Dave Orbis be authorized to attend the Mother's Day Tea at the Gordon Howard Center, South Manitoba, May 9th, 2024.
Unfortunately, I have two other things going on that day, so if Deputy Mayor Horbis and Councillor Sutherland can attend, I would very much appreciate that.
And pour tea.
And pour tea. I think both the gentlemen were there last year and poured tea, so if we're gonna let them know, can you please send my regrets that I've got other things going on and these two gentlemen will be pouring tea that day, so if you wanna bring them as
Eating pastries and
We could
sandwiches.
walk across to the merchants, I figured that.
if we can have a resolution.
So resolve councilors David Sutherland and David Orbis be authorized to attend the Mother's Day Tea at the Gordon Howard Center, South Manitoba on May 9th, 2024.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Bazarowicz, Councillor Spicer seconds, all in favor, opposed, carried.
So they're going to require top hats.
Mm-hmm.
Aprons, white gloves.
The next one is the Arms St. Clements Recreation Trivia Night, and I think the reason we put this on the agenda, or that it was put on the agenda, was just to see if there was any interest from council in attending. I know I won't be able to be there either, so I think it was put on, how did we say, just to let
Let the council
know?
know if they want to attend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any takers, Heather?
No, I don't think there was.
Okay.
The next one is.
Me and Dave wanted to.
Can go. And the next one is the Sea Cadets, the commemoration of the Battle of the Atlantic.
Correct, and it did come up last year as well, and usually doesn't align with some of our timings, and so it hasn't, no one's signed up for it in the past, but it is on May the 5th this year, and is there any interest from anyone to attend?
That is a Sunday. Not here. Anybody else?
Okay, so we'll receive it as information.
Correct.
And the next is the gala dinner at the Gordon Howard Center, and they're looking for a table sponsorship of $500.
I think in previous years, I think Councillor Strang attended with myself one year, and I think that Councillor Horbis attended one year, so.
Dory came with us that one last time, eh?
Yeah, so is there any interest to go this year?
And maybe down, but you can change me to no.
Pardon me?
Add maybe down on my sheet, but you can change me to no.
You're welcome to come with me.
Can't do it, sorry.
Anybody else?
So you'll be going, Madam Mayor?
Yes, I will be going to this one. I've got
Okay, so then we'll buy a table for the $500 and then we'll hand out the tickets to others.
if they would like to go, but I know that they're always looking for tickets for, I guess, some of the people in Selkirk that are maybe somewhat challenged. I know they always have a few people there, but I mean, it is this Saturday, it's kind of short notice, so if anybody else would like to attend, that would be great. If not, I'll be going on my own.
I would have went with you, but I already have, it is short notice. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be-
I think what happened was we missed our 9th meeting, And like it came on, I don't know, it's dated April the 6th or the 4th, but because we had no meeting on the 9th, it ended up to be short notice for us, so. But yes, I will be going. Try to steal my
I
phone.
might put two phones in my pocket.
But yeah, I think we should get a table.
Okay,
Okay.
So-
Agree.
Yeah, and if you could just let maybe Heather know or Deepak know in the next couple of days if anybody changes their mind. And I know that everybody's got lots of stuff on the go, but to me, I think this one is one that we probably should participate in, so I will be going.
so resolve Mayor Feeble-Corn be authorized to attend the Gordon Howard Center Gala Dinner at the Gordon Howard Center Banquet Hall, Soccer, Manitoba, April 20th, 2024.
Can I have a mover, please?
Should we
Councilor.
not put, we're gonna buy a table in there or not? Should we put that in there?
Well, if we say that there was only the option of buying the table, we could certainly say that.
Well, I thought we were gonna anyways, and then do the tickets out, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we want to put and council?
As a table
or somebody
sponsor.
else?
April 20th.
That is this Saturday.
Oh, this
Saturday.
Saturday. I'll be in Riverton.
Okay, so we'll change the
Social.
resolution. Resolve Mayor Feeble-Corn be authorized to attend the Gordon Howard Center Gala Dinner along with a table sponsor at the Gordon Howard Center Banquet Hall, Soccer, Manitoba, April 20th, 2024.
Okay.
Mayor and council in case somebody else decides to.
So, resolve Mayor and Council be authorized to attend the Gordon Howard Center Gala Dinner along with table sponsor at the Gordon Howard Center Banquet Hall, South Manitoba, April 20th, 2024.
Add mayor and council and maybe their spouses too. I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding.
Okay, can I have a mover, please? Councillor Bazarowicz, second. Councillor Strang, all in favor? Opposed? Carried. Aye.
So, we'll let Gary know.
I'll let Gary know, yeah. And you guys are okay if he requests 2 tickets?
Yes.
Okay.
And I mean, you know, Heather, I'm not sure what you're doing, but if you're around, you're more than welcome to attend.
I will
also.
not be going to Riverton.
Oh. So, you know, I would be fine with that too, so. The next item is the Eastern Beaches Development Corporation, AGM.
Yes, they're having their annual general meeting on April the 28th, 2024 at the Grand Marais Rec Center at 2 p.m. Now, if you may recall, the Eastern Beaches Development Corporation, the previously a corporation known as the Grand Beach and Area Development Corporation, formerly known as the Grand Beach Area Development Corporation.
Okay, any takers on that one?
Yourself.
So resolve Mayor Feeble-Corn be authorized to attend the Eastern Beaches Development Corporation annual general meeting at the Grand Marais Rec Center, Grand Marais, Manitoba, on April 20th, 2024.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Horbis, Councillor Spicer seconds, all in favor? Opposed, and that is carried.
We get to that before. didn't
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll see if I.
Yeah, it's next Sunday, the 28th, I think. Right, Heather, the 28th?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's next Sunday.
Is that when we
2 p.m.
had all those votes there?
That was when they were getting together Beaches of 59.
Okay, that's when they voted that guy out from Dolly.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, this was an addition to the agenda that I had sent over. I guess I got the invitation on Friday from Selkirk Biz, and it's they're bringing back the State of the Region address. And that is, I believe, on May the 8th, I want to say.
Yes, May 8th, 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Lunch is provided, $320 for a table of 8.
Any questions, comments? Who would all like to go? Glenn, Scott?
And I have a question when you're.
Okay, Dave, okay, so we would have a table. Okay, go ahead, and Deepak will be putting some words together for me. Go ahead, Scott.
Okay, I think you just answered. So we present something that there's,
The way it used to be when they did have them was each, those that belonged to Selkirk Biz, all the councils, the head of council would get up and have a, I don't know, 10-minute, maybe, 8 minute, 8 to 10 minute.
Some had the big elaborate screen presentations.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was at one time. We didn't do that, but one of the municipalities did, and we can talk about that after. But that's what it is about, kind of a state of the region address, and I'll be very happy to mention some of the things that were mentioned many years ago that are finally coming to fruition for us, so.
okay.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Dave.
so I guess we should be there to support.
That would be really nice.
Did you say we're gonna talk about it after? Like, I remember us talking about that we should have had a slideshow.
We'll talk about it after. We'll talk about it over lunch. How's that?
Sure.
Okay.
So, resolve Mayor Feeblecorin and councilors Glenn Basarowicz, Scott Spicer, Dave Sutherland, Sandra Strang. Anyone else?
All of council, I
All
would.
council? So resolve Mayor Feeblecorin and council be authorized to attend the Selkirk Biz State of the Region at Gaffer's Restaurant, Lockport, Manitoba on May 8th, 2024. And purchase a table of 8.
Okay, can I have a mover, please? Counselor Spicer, Counselor Sutherland seconds, all in favor, opposed, carried. Rob gets back on the 5th, we're around the 5th, so he may or may
Yeah,
not.
he's a big sulker.
He's
He
the
is-
Yeah.
So we'll have to see.
Sulker
Yeah.
is?
There's at least 6 council members, including the mayor, that will be attending
And
for
you
sure.
will be attending.
So that's
To make sure that your speech gets read.
It's the mayor's speech, I
You
don't know.
might have to use the clicker for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we're losing it here, you guys. We're on to number 10 on our agendas, which is accounts and financial statement. And the first item there is the closed list of accounts for April 16th, ending April 16th. So if we can have the resolution brought forward, please.
Resolve council to approve the April 16th, 2024 list of accounts, check numbers 24,000,423 to 24,000,472 in the amount of $436,926.41 for payment.
Can I have a mover, please? Counselor Spicer, second. Counselor Strang, any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Okay, the next one we have is a grant request. And that is from the Wounded Warriors Canada.
Correct, for a military historic guide project that they're doing.
Right.
They're looking for a request of $295, which covers the cost of 1/10 of a page advertisement that was, there was no request for this organization last year, and therefore there was no amount previously assigned. There has, however, been amounts similar given in to other similar organizations. So what we're recommending is approving $295 for this.
Questions, comments?
If there's no issues, then I'll read the resolution. Be it resolved, council approve the following 2024 requested grant, Wounded Warriors Canada, $295.
Can I have a mover, please? Counselor Spicer, Counselor Horvath seconds. Any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none. Call the question. All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Okay, the next one, we have one more grant, and that is a request from the City of Selkirk for some funding for their Canada Day celebrations.
So this is Selkirk asking for $2,500 to be a platinum sponsor of their Canada Day event. And in that council, there was some request as to find out what was previously donated. And so there was no grant request in 2023. And the last time we did give any grant amounts was in 2022 for $1,000. In reviewing this information and whether the grant will be same as the original request of $2,500 or should it be different? So what we've offered is that council can move forward with $2,500 or $1,000 as was done.
Go ahead, Councillor Spicer.
I like the 1,000.
Okay, anybody else? Go ahead, Councillor Sutherland.
I'm okay with that on one condition. If the Highland Gathering is happening here,
Yes.
we just send them something and maybe we do some Selkirk donation up to us for the Highland Gathering. And if we don't get anything from them, well, next time this comes up again, we'll do the same thing.
I don't think they've ever donated anything we asked them for.
I think
don't think so.
the way, if it's a policy or a bylaw for the city of Selkirk, they only fund events within the city of Selkirk. They don't send any money outside of their municipality.
Maybe we should do a bylaw like that for the ordering of St. Clements.
I just want to add that according to the gatherings financials,
Right?
Selkirk and St. Andrews last year gave 500.
Okay,
To
so
the
we know
Highland?
that, to the Highland Gathering, yes, that's what Heather's saying. I guess,
Okay.
Council Belanger knew that he was gonna be away and he suggested $1,000, and I think that's what was said around the table here. My problem is that it doesn't matter what event we go to in Selkirk, we normally would support, but we're never acknowledged as supporting. I have no problem doing it, but I think it would be kind of nice when the mayor gets up and starts talking that he also acknowledges that the neighboring municipalities have contributed to the event. Go ahead, Scott.
I don't know if the mayor would specifically do that or not, but I think if it's $1,000, I think it was a gold sponsorship. And if I remember correctly, it had all of the let's call it advertising, that we were providing a sponsorship. The only thing that was different for Platinum was we could set up a booth,
Correct.
if I remember right.
Yep.
So we're still gonna be getting all of the
We're recognizing the printed materials and so
printed
forth,
materials and stuff like
but
that.
it's not recognizing any speeches by the mayor.
Yeah, probably.
I thought I read something verbal recognition.
If you're a platinum. Is that what that is? Is that what that was, Scott? If you're a platinum, you get recognition?
Platinum and gold was exactly the same, getting all of the
Or just the booth?
recognition. The only difference was we could set up a booth for free, which really wasn't free, because you're
$1,500 bucks.
Right.
That's a deal. Yeah, for a free 1,500.
So we're talking about the city of Selkirk, because I don't see that information here.
Yeah, it was in.
It was in the
previous
last-
meetings.
Oh, okay, okay. So what is the wish? Are we gonna go with $1,000?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
So resolve, council approve the following 2024 requested grants, City of Selkirk Canada Day sponsorship, $1,000.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Bazarowicz, Councillor Spicer seconds, all in favor? Opposed? That is carried. Okay, communication for information. Is there anything there that we want to bring forward? Do you have
Just
anything
the
there?
Board of Directors of Manitoba Good Roads, they are pleased to inform us that Debbie Peeble-Corn, I'm not sure who that is, has been re-elected as the Manitoba Good Roads Association Board of Directors as president again.
El Presidente.
Yes, thank you for that. And I can tell you, we do have one new board member, and I will also tell you, and I think I might even have it in my committee report, they are always looking for judges for the annual competition, and it would be great if somebody from our municipality would jump on the bandwagon and do some judging. You might have to go towards, maybe Riding Mountain or to the central part of the municipality, or the province per se, but I think that it would be kind of nice if we got some more people involved. So don't have to know today, but I will let you know when they're looking for judges. Anything else that members of council would like to bring up at this point?
I was thinking that it would be
Okay, that would be after then, not right at this moment. So if there is nothing else, we will go to the council reports. And I'm going to start with Councillor Spicer.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. March 27th, we had Red River Planning, we had the regular board meeting as well as the budget meeting, and I think you've probably been notified there's been a little request for an increase in their funding. We haven't been notified yet. April the 2nd, we had committee of the whole, and we talked about parts of the municipal budget. Preliminary discussions. April 4th, I did a Northeastman Health Committee regular meeting. A lot of the reports are in your information package. I'm a little bit behind, I apologize. But from this meeting, probably specific to our municipality is they are planning to have Grand Marais open on the weekends. It'll be on their website once they get people in place.
That's for the medical bus?
The medical, not the bus, I think they're just going to have people
In-
there. on
In the
weekends.
in the one area.
No bus anymore.
Yeah,
No bus anymore?
no, I think the bus
Go right
is
inside the building.
shut down.
Perfect.
Of course, there was talk about, if you listen to the news, the physician recruitment situation. Now, I guess the company has been trying in England and Ireland, but historically, there's been an abundance of healthcare professionals who have come from there, but that's not the case anymore. So that's probably part of the reason why you haven't heard of many people being brought over and hired. There's talk about how it works with agency nurses in comparison to being nurses. They are opening up, the province of Manitoba is opening up more spots for residency for docs, so that's a good sign. There has been some people come from the Philippines to, there's 2 in Lactoboni, 1 in Pinoy, 1 in Pine Falls. I've given you a copy of the vacancy sheets. There is still significant vacancies in the eastern side of the province. They talked about the healthcare aid micro-credential course. They're going to be doing that in 6 locations, or they did it in 6 locations. They're trying to do it this year in 11 locations. Starting wage is $19.50 an hour, which isn't massive, but it's not bad if you need a job. The other big thing is there is a financial audit of RHAs and cancer care being ordered by the province. IDRHA is one of them. So their budget, just for information, is $201 million and $15 million for mental health, so it's $260 million. On April the 11th, we had the Northeast Watershed District Sub-District Tour of Red River, and I will thank administration for attending. We had Kevin and Tyler there. We kind of covered most of the Guns Creek, Christie Creek, as well as some of the drainage in the Mountain Road area. We've got a few challenges there, apparently, so. April the 15th, we had a Northeast Red Watershed District regular meeting. Not sure if there's a whole lot to back you up on that one, other than we're trying to set up, it's a bit of a funky setup, right? So Cooks Creek used to be just the area that was the infrastructure area. And now, of course, it's much bigger. So we have a larger board, larger area, and we're trying to figure out how the infrastructure area will work within the larger board. So it looks like it's probably going to be, they're going to set up a committee to look at the projects, and then, you know, what they come forward with to the big board will be from a resolution of the committee to the board. And we'll set up terms of references and stuff like that. I had already told you there'd be a resolution coming that was for provincial drainage. Not sure if there's much there, other than at some point in time in the near future, they're going to be asking us to have a website link on our website to their website. And then all of the programs will be on that. I'm not sure exactly, I don't think you've had the request yet. I think it's coming because they're still doing some work on their website.
Question,
Yep.
who posts the meetings? Like, there's a couple of us on that.
This is the.
I'm not receiving anything, you're getting,
Yeah, this is the, okay, so the.
not that it bothers me.
Good question. This is the overall board for the whole district.
District.
So who's supposed to be going was just the chairs of each sub-district,
Okay,
okay?
that's fine.
We kind of, as I'm a vice chair, we kind of weaseled our way in there to say, how are we ever going to know how this stuff works if we don't sit in on a meeting for a while, right? So I just get to sit in, I can speak, but I don't get to vote. So Edgar is our chair. He's from Springfield, farmer from Springfield. But I think it's kind of good too now because I can pass some of this information on to you guys also. So what you should be getting at some point in time, because the director has sent each sub-district chair everybody's contact info. So you guys should be meeting it's up to the sub-district chair to set up a meeting.
I get those emails,
Okay?
I get those emails, but I'm not the chair, so.
I haven't got anything.
Who's your chair?
There was only one meeting. I don't know if can't remember what you were the first one we went to. And haven't heard from any meetings since, so I don't know what's going on. I'm not too
You're not
worried
getting
about it.
emails?
Pardon me?
You're not getting emails?
No. That's
Were
what
you
I was
two in
trying-
the same sub-district though?
No, they should be different ones, I think.
Yeah,
I'm not, it doesn't really bother me too much, though, really.
Well, aren't you with, Chorley?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause I'm with the guy from my chair, he's from Lackawanna. He's a counselor.
You could give Danica a call, see what's going on. If you wish.
Have you been to any meetings since that one?
Just the first one they set up.
That's
But
what,
the chair, he goes to the other meetings and they're supposed to set up another
I
meeting.
think they will be asking you guys to do a tour, but it's probably gonna be in the fall now. Because farming, so we should be getting some
Okay.
notification at some point in time in the near
They
future.
wanted to meet once a month, the subcommittees, I think.
No, I think it's more like every quarter,
No? Okay.
the subcommittees.
Cause I
Yeah,
know
there's
we
The
a
first,
board meets
a lot of
once a month.
confusion.
yeah, I know when we first had ours, they were talking.
You know
about
my
it.
thoughts on that before, but, okay, sorry to bother you about that, Scott, I just wanted to ask the question.
No, it's good to know, if you're not getting, I would give Danica a shout. And just make sure your email's correct.
I'll send an email this afternoon.
The only other thing I have is, April 15th, we went to the Lockport Community Church, and our administration did a wonderful job doing a presentation to the folks from the Lockport condos about, hooking up to municipal water. I think it went pretty good. We had a few folks that maybe aren't super happy, but I think generally overall, everyone's ecstatic. So that's all I have unless there's any questions.
Okay, thank you for that. Oh, go ahead, Glenn.
April 9th, Good Roads in Brandon. Congratulations, Mayor Fiedelkorn.
Thank you.
Position. We had our residents there receiving an award with their children. DPAC was more than friendly with them. We also, the RM also received an award for Lubick Road. And apparently Good Roads is losing a lot of money, especially when they go to Winnipeg. So, like, I know we're probably taxed with where we can actually go, and they looked into other venues, like Red River or something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna elaborate a little bit in my report, but
Okay.
yeah, they're looking at different things and different ways to try and generate some more funds. We looked at maybe a sponsorship, or we're not exactly sure which way to go. But yes, every time we come to Winnipeg, we lose a lot of money, and we've talked about different venues and things like that, but because the way it's all set up in conjunction with the spring conference for AMM, it's really hard to separate the two.
Yeah.
Because even on the Tuesday, I had a Good Roads Board meeting at 11. I had the Mayors, Reeves, and CAOs meeting at 1. I had the AGM at 3:30, and then the banquet at 5:30. So, like, to try and pull that all apart and have it all kind of coordinate with AMM, it's gonna be tough. But we're having an extra meeting, actually. I think we said we're gonna meet in June and see what we can figure out as far as getting some additional funding.
Yeah, well, you're talking about sponsors, like in Winnipeg, you've got we're huge supporters of like Elton Castle and Boston Pizza and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think there'd be something. Anyway,
So anyways, yeah,
and Kevin and the new guy, I forget his name.
Sean,
Sean. They were in attendance, they were taking a graveling course, I think it was.
yeah, and I actually spoke to Kevin the morning they were leaving after the course, and he said it was a really good course. He said they got a lot out of it, so that was a good thing.
Good. And then we had the AMM, trade show was good, it's getting better again, it's starting to pick up. We had some interesting speakers, there was actually, the conference was well attended. I thought it was hard to find seats like in the main hall. Interesting name came up while she presented, Vanessa Aragusa. I hadn't heard that name. It's a daily thing for during COVID. And she had talking about nurses and doctors and shortages and such. And then did something that I hadn't really attended on, but attended the women's banquet or whatever it was. And that speaker that was really interesting. What's your problem? I said, remember that children. Okay, and then last night.
He thought I was gonna be there.
Well, that's what, yeah, looking for.
Yeah, Mr. Smith, Bernadette Smith.
Yes.
Yeah. And then last night, the condo water meeting, it was a great presentation. Kudos to yourself and Arlene. I was really impressed with how much Arlene actually knew what she was talking about in there. She had enough that she had everybody confused. The people actually said, come on, how about English? But no, she was bang on. And again, very good attendance, and that's it.
Question.
Okay, thank you for that. Go ahead, Councillor Sutherland.
Ludwig, so is that on our one of the best maintained road or whatever? Is
It
that
was
the word?
Ludwig.
Let's
Yeah,
read
That's
that.
improved.
Pardon me?
1 mile.
Best, most improved.
Okay, so we got our name on the Stanley Cup again?
No, no,
No,
no, that Stanley Cup is for all the roads in the municipality. This award was for a 1 mile of rebuilt road in the municipality.
okay, well, years ago,
Yes,
you remember, we actually won it twice in a row, I was still working there,
that's right.
so it's a long time ago. But we got our name on the Stanley Cup
On the
then.
Stanley Cup,
And
yes,
it was
but
for the
this,
best, it wasn't for all the roads, it
Yeah,
was,
like-
yes, it was.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
All the
have, I
roads?
still have the picture at
yeah,
home.
because we were 2 years in a row for all our
Yes.
roads.
okay, I'm
Yes.
sorry, I'm wrong.
Yeah. So this was for 1 mile of rebuilt road.
Okay,
And
thank
it
you.
was
Back
Ludwig.
back when the grader did.
Yeah.
Good at the Stanley Cup.
I was never good at the grader. Anyway, yeah, okay,
That's it?
thanks, Glenn.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're done, Glenn?
Yes, that's it. Thank you.
Okay, go ahead, Councillor Horwath.
April the 2nd, all I have is April the 2nd to count.
Okay, that's it for you. Councillor Sutherland, what do you have to share?
I'll put my glasses on first so I can see. April 2nd, we had a budget meeting. April 4th, our meeting in Stonewall. I don't know if they got the name, Trevor Schwalik. He's a safety culture coach. He gave us a presentation. Talked about safety in the workplace and the core certificate of recognition. I think all companies pretty well have to have that. So that's who made a presentation there. April 15th, yesterday, GMCC meeting. A few things there. There's, as usual, there's 63 people on the waiting list. So there's no problem when somebody does move out, like it's filled like right away. The chiropractor has left. As Donna said, they didn't give any warning, it's just gone. She had to email him, like, to get his keys and everything to the building, he just left. So we had discussions about rental rates and wages, one being like with the Regional Health Authority. They plan on attending more sessions and they're only charged a certain rate, and we have to have some this rates haven't changed, what we charge people. So we're gonna have some discussions on that, because they're not making any money at all, really. Rates and wages. Opening day of the RV Park will be May 3rd. And at the end of the meeting, the manager notified us she'll be leaving. She's got her cabin up, her house cabin in Lakeshore Heights up for sale. She's going to Nicaragua. And as soon as it sells, like, she'll be gone. You know, she'll help in the transition, but it'll be a fast, we don't know what, so we have to decide on,
Well, should they advertise now for somebody or?
it was just at the end of the meeting, just a quick thing, like, we have to,
What date was that?
like, in-house, some of
Yesterday,
the
last
girls there that might, fill in for now, but so we're gonna have to look for another manager. She's- Didn't see this one coming.
So did the chair say that you may have a special meeting to
Not yet.
discuss that, or?
No, not. I'm gonna read it May, but she'll, I wouldn't be surprised if she's gone by June or July, so,
Okay,
we have to. They might, go in-house for now, just to see if somebody to fill in for now, or when she does go, or if we can hire somebody fairly soon. But, and that's it.
Susan's still working there?
Yeah.
Maybe she could step in for a bit.
Well, maybe, yeah, we just,
okay, we can talk about that a little bit later if you wish.
okay.
So, Councilor Strang, go ahead, please.
April 2nd, attended budget meeting here. April 4th, I attended the Selkirk Biz Chamber Networking Evening. That was very interesting. They actually had 2 ministers there. MLAs were there, and they had 5, it ended up it was being 5 of the chambers were there. 5 different chambers. Beausejour, Springfield, the Selkirk Biz, then there was Gimli, Stonewall, and they said they're going to do this again. Those ones just ended up coming there because of word of mouth, but yeah, it ended up, the place was packed upstairs at the Selkirk, at the recreation center there.
In,
Oh, sorry, in East St. Paul, I was on me. There is a new pamphlet out for Selkirk Biz. I was handed this. And what it is it tells everything about Selkirk Biz, but right now there are 5 of us, East St. Paul, St. Andrews, St. Clements, West St. Paul, and City of Selkirk that belong now to the Selkirk Biz. Finally, East St. Paul has, everything's closed down with their chamber. Pardon me?
You disbanded it?
Yeah, it's finally all finished, because I remember years ago, they were just started the whole
Yeah.
process. But yeah, so everything is finally, so now it's all 5 of us belong to the Selkirk Biz. But on this, that there is a picture of each one of the municipalities, and ours, of course, is Grand Beach that they used, and then with the backing of whatever, so they did use a picture of it, but I'll leave that. We'll probably be getting a bunch of them.
I think I got one in the mail,
Did you?
pretty sure, yeah.
Then on the 9th, I attended the Good Roads meeting, and congratulations to our mayor for her re-election, and attended the banquet. The family, I sat with the family also, the young girls were over the moon with this, with the award. And actually the mom, they live on 2 Mile Road, they have a red barn. We should actually get some other pictures just to see, but there are now, they want the Grey Cup. They want the trophy, so they're going back, they're gonna do more work.
What's their names?
Prevention.
Prevenchuk, hers is
Randy.
Randy and Sarah,
11-2?
2 Mile Road, yeah.
cow horses look very nice in the pictures.
Yeah.
It used to be Bully. That opened at the garage. And then she sold
They
it
do,
3 years ago.
They bring, when it's coming up for racehorses from the downs, when they're coming to an end, that they bring them to their, that's what they purchase and they look after them. So,
Retired.
yeah, retired.
It's a beautiful
Retired
barn.
is like beautiful.
So,
Yeah.
Trying to think.
the funny thing was, is I was sitting to one of the little girls and I said to her, what else do you have there? And she's just listing all the animals, Deepak and I look at each other. It's like, you know, how kids say the darndest things. She was just
Notes
listing.
down a bit, I think.
And then the one kept on bothering Deepak to come swimming with them too. But she was right on tap to giving him the remarks every time. And he said to her, you belong here, you're just like one of our residents and everything. Like she told him to go to Walmart and get a bathing suit, yeah. I know, it was a great evening.
We're
And then-
scared he was gonna get caught in the tube.
But they very much appreciated it. They appreciated us getting
Well,
them
we
the
would
extra tickets.
negotiate at a better price for the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they did have a different meal, I know.
They did,
which
yes,
was good,
yeah.
so.
Yeah.
a little
I'm
bit
glad we
more
went that
affordable.
extra.
Yes, yeah.
I don't, you know,
And the kids it was their 2 days off from school, so that but they loved the award. And then we also received for Ludwig Road. What else? Oh, and then the next day started AMM with Honorable Ian Bushy brought greetings. We had 2 days with a lady named Lauren Sergi. She did on collaboration steps, and what was the other thing? It was another session, are you listening to understand or listening to respond? And she went through all the technicalities of it. But, what else? I'm trying to think of some of the stuff that Glenn didn't report. Oh, the very last day was stars, and it was more to the end. And I think it should have been a session that should have been pushed forward, because it was very interesting. It showed everything, like, because we all contribute and make donations to it, and I think it was a really, it was very informative. And the sad part was it was close to the end of the conference, so a lot of people were already petering out, leaving that have to travel.
So, we can what else?
And then the other thing, and then yesterday I attended the water line connection for River Creek Estates for the condos, which was very well attended and very well presented by Deepak and Arleta. That's it.
Okay, thank you for that.
Where last night, we had a few people that weren't. They were challenging, but you know what? I heard that one gentleman come up and say, we aren't mad at you, we're mad at their boards that haven't really communicated with them. So, well, one other thing I didn't report at AMM, one of my sessions I went to was invasive species. I just thought of that, I don't know why I didn't.
And that was a good presentation. I
Yeah.
sat in on that one too.
Oh, and I did report on the one that Deepak did also. Anyways, invasive
so what
species.
happened? Oh, you're
Okay.
right, that's what I wanted.
I was gonna tell you, liquid potash that they're bringing in, that they're saying that's cleaning stuff up, they're doing tests with it right now.
Carnolite, Carnolite, it's called Carnolite.
They tried that.
That's what it is,
Yeah, they
and,
tried that before, they searched it off.
They tried it.
and it's not working? They
tried it
didn't
in
say
Balsam
anything about
Harbor.
whether it's good, bad, they just said, because Clear Lake right now, they're thinking this year that they are not gonna allow, boats on there because of the,
And the mussels and Clear Lake?
they found a little spot, but they're trying to take care of it right now, and if
Because
they
it's only in
don't
one
take care of it,
area.
yeah.
It's
They-
in a contained area,
Yeah.
they said.
Well, I know, I don't know how many years ago, they did it at Balsam Harbor.
Yeah, but there were too many at that point in time.
Gull Lake, just to let you know, was the poster child brought up
Yes.
there, and they commended them for the different programs, and actually, one of the counselors from Alexander got up and spoke.
That was Mr. Danwich.
Yeah, that he got up and spoke and said, I'm speaking for the Arma St. Clements also, but I don't know, to me, something interesting would be, do they donate money also? Because we give to that program to keep that boat wash going.
I think they do, but not as much as. I don't know, we have to check.
I think Alexander, I believe.
They contribute towards the aerator
Right.
when,
But not
towards
to
the
the.
Zebra Mussel program. The Zebra Mussel program is completely funded through special levy. And so that wouldn't be part of the special levy. And then because the special levy that was created, council had at that time guaranteed a top up, which that special levy is over as of this year. So that we'll be talking to them to extend it, as a matter of fact, we'll be discussing about that in the budget today.
That would be something also good to share with Alexander, that for them to share in, because I think it's a great program, and everybody uses Gull Lake as an example of what happened and what's carried on there, and the condition of their lake. So that's used all around the province of Manitoba. So, from that presentation. So.
Yeah.
And we've used them in our open house, and they've come and had a special
Yes.
booth talking about it.
And I think people find that very interesting too, because now they found another species also, I saw at our last open house. But,
So, the potash, what did they say about it? There's some programs are gonna try, because I know
didn't
they
say
have
too,
tried.
that's why I'm just hearing this, but yeah, they didn't say too much about their
No, that they were
success
gonna-
rate or.
Yeah,
not.
they were
Yeah.
gonna try and do it, because it is in a confined area, like you would not be able to do it like at Balsam Bay or anywhere like that, because it's so spread out, like they're everywhere, but
Yes.
apparently in Clear Lake, it's in a very confined area, so they thought they might try it there.
When we did Bolson Bay, they kind of fenced off an area,
Yeah.
kept them right in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But the results were great. The only thing that I heard that actually does anything with them is sturgeon, that eat them. So, I don't know, start stocking place with more sturgeon.
Well, there are sturgeon in the river and the lake, but
Oh, absolutely.
far and few between, unless it's
There's more than you
popular.
think.
Yeah,
And they're getting the tag ones now from the States. They're catching.
yeah.
Yeah, and one of the other breakout sessions I'll just tell you about was, we went to Building a Foundation. It was addressing housing needs for today and beyond. And there was it was a panel, and they were from Brandon, Steinbach, Morris, and St. Clements. So Deepak represented our municipality very well. And it was just interesting to find out of how each area is dealing with it. One of the things I found interesting, Rosenort, they have 2 bus loads every day of people that go to work down there that they pick up.
For Winnipeg.
Yes, women, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. So they're in need of more housing down there, but I was astonished by that.
I know.
I thought that's one area. How about
Yeah.
others that take
Yeah.
bus loads too?
Yeah.
It's the Bible.
Okay, anything else?
No, that's
Before
good,
I
because I'll
start?
think of something else.
Okay. March 26th council meeting and our budget meeting we had. 27th of March, Scott kind of alluded to this. We had our RRPD special meeting and a regular meeting. And budget and finance was discussed and will be moving forward as they were presented. April 2nd, we were here for a committee meeting. April 4th, I had a WMR CPR meeting. We discussed again the proposed changes to Plan 2050 version. It's going to be version 3. Changes were presented by staff, and some municipalities wanted an opportunity to take back and review with their planning staff. The TAC report, if anybody is interested, is available on the portal, and discussion followed on difference between settlement and rural centers and density. So we are having another meeting, not till next week, I don't think, the 24th, on that. So, and I also attended the ARM, and everybody pretty much reported on good roads. I'm just looking to see if there's anything, but Mayor's Reeves and CAO's meeting, that's the only one I'll report on because I think Councillor Strang reported on the conference and so did Councillor Gazarowicz. But at the CAO's and Reeves and Mayor's meeting, President Blight brought greetings, Bruce Gray brought greetings on behalf of Minister Bushy, who wasn't able to be there on the Wednesday, but he was there Thursday morning. And Bruce spoke on the pressures facing government in Bill 37. And I guess the only other one I have here, there was a keynote and various breakout sessions over the 2 days, and Manitoba Health was there to talk about recruitment and hiring. April 12th, I had a JQ Finance Committee meeting, and we went through all the financials to March 31st, and they will be presented at the board meeting next week. And last night I was at River Creek Estates meeting. I think the meeting went very well, and I have to commend Deepak and Arlita on the job well done. The presentation was very well done, very interesting. And I think you said that it would be on the website at some point in time. So if anybody wants to look at it again, it's going to be there. I think there was some very good information that Deepak had there. So I'm going to be looking at it again because I'm sure we'll have more questions before it all gets going.
One thing that I learned yesterday that I wasn't sure of was, like you were talking about the reservoir and they had to have a pumping station. I was always under the impression that we supplied pressure from here, but not.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
city, one
yeah.
thing, you don't have a pump station or whatever.
You do for the larger buildings.
Pardon me?
You do for the larger buildings.
You do, eh? Okay.
And once we get the reservoir, we'll be able to offer more capacity. But again, it gets to so many floors, and after that, it's just not enough.
So Selkirk, Bossier, and that, they've got those water towers, and that supplies the pressure, right?
That helps to deal with some of the pressure.
And that's also a reservoir.
Okay, and I think that's all I have. So, Deepak?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'll just cover these things quickly because I do go through this stuff in my month-end discussion. So April 2nd had the same meeting for the budget with council. April the 3rd had a meeting with East St. Paul on regional water and wastewater planning, and I can update you on that. Then there was the preparation meetings with those CAOs from those other municipalities for the AMM, that was also on the 3rd. And had a meeting with the River Creek Estates board heads. Sorry? Oh, and meeting with the CAO from St. Andrews, that was on the 3rd or the 4th. Then there was the meeting with the electric leaders briefing on the 8th, as well as the AMM conference that I attended with everyone else. Then there was, I attended all the same situations that have already been identified. The other was preparation for the budget that we've had recently, and then the meeting with the all members of the Condo Corporation last night.
Okay, no questions, it doesn't look like. Heather, do you have anything you want to share with us this morning,
No, I
or this
don't.
afternoon, I guess it is?
No, I'm good.
Okay, so with that, I think we will move in camera, and we do have a number of items to discuss. We'll also have our lunch break, so if we could have a resolution to move in camera, please.
Resolve council recess the regular meeting and go into in-camera to discuss legal and personnel issues, and further be it resolved that all matters discussed are to remain confidential as per section 83(1)(d) of the Municipal Act.
May I have the mover, please? Councillor Bazarowicz, Councillor Strang seconds. All in favor? Opposed? And that is carried. Give Heather a minute to